Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the S.KO PACE SMART trailer, an all-new dry freight trailer from Schmitz Cargobull. It's a trailer that's built here in Manchester, in the UK. It's built for UK and Irish customers, and it's built to suit your operating requirements. The new trailer you're about to see is a premium all-rounder. It's been developed following an intensive 2-year market study into the requirements of general hauliers, but in particular, the growing number of operators serving the burgeoning online retail delivery market. Over the next 45 minutes, we'll be telling you all about the new S.KO PACE SMART. And take my word for it, it is a genuine Schmitz Cargobull product through and through. From its own Schmitz trademark bolted chassis, through its own innovative body panels and familiar, tried and tested and trusted Rotos axles. And all of that is backed up by Schmitz Cargobull's very own Trailer Connect telematics, a system that offers operators real bottom line benefits through enhanced monitoring and asset control. In short, it's a truly integrated trailer, yet it's one that comes with a wide range of options that allows you, the customer, to tailor it exactly to your own requirements. What you're about to see today is a high-specification dry freight trailer that's innovative yet practical, lightweight yet strong, a premium product but with an attractive price. Now in a moment I'm going to hand over to the 3 people who'll tell you all about the new Schmitz Cargobull trailer. They'll tell you about the philosophy behind it, where it sits in the marketplace, its all-important specification and features, what goes into making it, and of course, how Schmitz Cargobull will support it when it comes to service backup. First of all, you'll hear from Boris Bilic, Schmitz Cargobull's Chief Sales Officer and member of the Executive Board. And Boris has travelled to be with us from Germany this morning in Manchester, making sure he's with us for today's milestone launch. He'll then be followed by a familiar face, I'm sure, to many of you, Alan Hunt, Managing Director for the UK Sales and Marketing. And Alan will take us through specifically where the new trailer will sit in the trailer marketplace, and Schmitz's plans to build an even deeper relationship with its customers in the UK and Ireland. Alan will also explain how Schmitz intends to support its new trailer out on the road and in the workshops through its service partner network, thereby maximising its earning potential for you, the customers. Then it's the turn of another familiar face, Paul Avery, Managing Director for the UK Operations. And Paul will be taking us on a live video walk around of the new trailer, highlighting all its features and benefits and what they'll deliver to your bottom line. We'll then wind up today's webcast with a short Q&A session. So if you'd like to ask a question about anything you hear or see during this morning's webcast, you can do so using the chat function below this video. And we welcome all questions and look forward to hearing from you. But right now I'm going to leave it to Boris Bilic to give us some information on the state of business at Schmitz Cargobull and why this product for UK and Irish operators is so important to Europe's biggest trailer maker. Boris.
Yeah, Brian, thank you very much. And very good morning also from my side, ladies and gentlemen out there. Let me first start with giving you an overview of the almost 130-year history of Schmitz Cargobull, from the beginnings and still until today a family-run business. We have launched our first trailers almost 90 years ago. We are in the reefer business for 70 years already, and more or less 40 years ago we started expansion internationally, setting up our presence in each and every market in Europe and abroad. Connected to that, we also started launching production facilities in different countries in Europe, starting with Spain. Maybe 20 years ago, or almost 10 years ago, we established our presence in Russia. We then expanded to countries like Lithuania, Turkey, Australia, and I'm very happy that today we are in the UK, where we have been already, but we always thought about coming back. The #1 position that we are holding in the European trailer market is based on our brand promise, which is reliable and innovative. The reliability part comes from your experience in daily operations with our product. The innovation part is driven by our technology. We introduced Ferroplast technology to the market, which made it a milestone in temperature-controlled transportation and still is state-of-the-art. We introduced disc brakes at the same time as it was firstly introduced in truck operations. By then watched with certain amount of skepticism by the one or the other operator, and I think it's no secret to say, especially in Britain, the amount of skepticism was quite high. I think in the meantime, proven million times over, it is very clear to say that for long distance operation, disc brake systems have found their way to the industry. 95% of Schmitz Cargobull trailers running on disc brakes, and with the exception of some niches, there is no better value proposition. This combined with a running gear that is optimized and with a chassis that is both robust and flexible makes it a perfect combination. We will see about that with our new S.KO PACE that we will present to you in a minute. Trailer Connect, our telematics solutions, were introduced 15 years ago. This has been also a very first mover in the market. By now, the system is so well established that we equip all of our semi-trailers with telematics and additional functionalities. That's why we all call them 100% smart trailers. It is an enabler to add many, many more functionalities and services to it, to the benefit of lower cost of operation, to the benefit of better control of the vehicles through you, the operators and owners. Saying all this, the vehicles that we are producing can be split into 4 main categories. On the semi-trailer side, we offer reefer semi-trailers in a market in which we hold around 50% share. Of course, this makes us the #1 player in the European market. But also on the curtainsider, we hold the first position with market shares of around 30%. The same holds true for the tipper market, where the market is much more fragmented to national and regional solutions, but also here we are on the #1 position with close to 20% market share. The segment in which we want to grow and the segment in which we will launch with the S.KO PACE a new product offer is the dry freight market, a market that has been growing in the last few years very rapidly throughout Europe. So this is where we want to gain more customers and gain more share of the market. Looking at the regional distribution of where we sell our vehicles, one can clearly understand the 11% that we reached in the last business year in Northwest Europe, of which the UK and Ireland are part of. This is by far not satisfactory. Strategically, we want to come to 25% plus. We want to reach that share of market in each and every of our regions that we operate in, and that's why the step to a vehicle proposition that is more adopted to the market of UK and Ireland, and a product that fits better to the needs and requirements of the UK trailer operators is an absolute must. So here we are today in our new production facility in Manchester to launch the first of such vehicles, and I can promise you this will not be the last. Also in Northwest Europe, we want to come to a European level of market shares. Looking at the total group, of course, our production output is very much driven by the total market requirements. The last 2 years, production was very much limited. This is because of a strong recession in the trailer market in 2019. And then last year, when the pandemic started, of course, also a suppressed market. Before that, we were on the level and above 60,000 trailers that have been produced yearly. I can say with strong confidence that we will reach and maybe even surpass this number in the running business here. Demand is on a very, very high level, and we are confident to coming back to figures north of 60,000 trailers yearly production. This goes hand in hand with an increase of turnover. We have been above the 2 billion euro line for quite some years. The last 2 years have been rather lower. The outlook for this year is that we will reach the 2.5 billion, and our UK operations will be a strong support to that. Also on the number of colleagues that are working in the Schmitz Cargobull Group, the recession of the past 2 years had an impact. We have reduced staff in order to accommodate the lower production numbers. With the growth of requirements from the market, this number has gone up. Currently, we employ again more than 6,000 colleagues, and I'm very happy to say that we have also managed to increase the number of colleagues here in the UK significantly. The 38 jobs that we have created in Manchester are also just the beginning. With the expansion of our product offerings from Manchester, the number of jobs here will also increase significantly. This brings me to the investments that we have done as a group. The level was always high, and also in crisis years we did not really stop investing, but we kept on expanding our production network. We kept on expanding into technology. The investment into the Manchester production facility is a first step. Also here, additional investments will follow with the growth of production output and the growth of demand, of course, from the market. So this leaves me to say, with a look at our European production network and some additions in overseas, I'm very happy to welcome the UK back to the Schmitz Cargobull production network. I'm very happy to be here in Manchester with the first product from this Manchester operation. And saying all this, I hand over to Alan Hunt, who gives us a little bit deeper insight on our status in the UK market. Alan.
Boris, thank you. Good morning. And on behalf of the entire UK team, I'm very proud to welcome you today here to Manchester to formally launch our new dry freight vehicle. I think if you look at the heritage of our organization, it's probably best demonstrated by the vehicles that we have produced for nearly 130 years. And today marks the next stage of our evolution in production by the formal launch of our latest vehicle. And it is one of further products that will be coming to the local market. We spent the last 2 years carrying out extensive research, in-depth analysis of really what is the opportunity for the UK and Ireland. And it very quickly became apparent that for Schmitz to reach the desired market share and reach the potential locally, we had to have products that were right for our customer base, particularly here in the UK and Ireland. It has been a long piece of work that's been carried out. It's been interesting, and it has now driven to be able to provide the products and services that we further need. We know that the trailer is a critical part of the puzzle, but we also need to be able to provide long-term, dependable services together with the vehicle to become your provider of choice as we all move forward. We've spent a lot of time with what is a dynamic and professional customer base, and you have been at the very heart of the study that we've conducted, so that what we are about to present and deliver today will be well received by yourselves. It will help deliver results, profitability, both for your organisation and ours. And as we move forward, our goal is absolutely to meet and provide recognised, tailored solutions absolutely for your purpose. As Boris alluded to around market shares across the organisation, we saw the size of the opportunity. We carried out the analysis of recent years, and that showed that we'd been increasing our market share steadily with the products that were available to us. But the total market that was available and further analysis about the available market showed that if we could bring the right products to market for the UK and Ireland, we could actually start to increase the market share in line with the rest of the group's expectations. We believe today, based on the information that you can see, that bringing these products, firstly the new dry freight vehicle, and then other vehicles that are now under design, will actually get us to our desired point by 2024. Beyond that, we further then push to line up with the rest of the group and increase our market share, products, services, digitalisation, smart equipment as we move forward. Just to give you an overview of the portfolio of products and services that are currently available in the market, a whole range of what is now 100% smart vehicles. So every vehicle that we deliver to the UK and Irish market, including the ones here from Manchester, will have telemetry on a standard. So these vehicles will fit into your existing portfolio. So you've got one place to look at the equipment, one place to monitor your results, fully utilize the telemetry to optimize your fleet. We will be continuing to develop the digitalization of our offerings and services, but today is all about the formal launch of our new dry freight vehicle, and I'm delighted to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Paul Avery, who will now take you around the specifics of the new trailer. Thank you. Paul.
Thank you, Alan, and welcome everybody. Welcome to our new facility in Manchester. I'd like to just say a big thanks also to a team of colleagues I have that have created this new facility, created new products, and we have a working factory in probably record time, I would guess. So thank you to everybody. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of the product itself. And as Alan and also Boris have said, we've carried out extensive research into the markets, but not only into the markets, but into the operations that we have in the UK. And one of the big areas of growth has been the parcel sector, which we did concentrate on, but equally, we looked into every sector of the market so that we can optimize our product to suit everybody's needs. So that includes the parcel sector. It includes fresh goods, non-refrigerated, general cargo. Again, that's a growing market and continues to grow, and high security. And that's really how we've built the product, we've made it suit every corner of those operations and not just introduced another dry freight. There's been a lot of thought going into this. So a bit more detail about the product. We've developed a new panel concept, which I'll go into a little bit more detail after this slide. The offering really is a 13.6 meter trailer. We offer a maximum width interior, 2.49 meters between the panels. There are 3 internal heights, and again, this is all based on the research that we've done in the market, and we believe that these will suit every sector of this product. So 2.6 meter internal, 2.8 meter, and 3.2 meter. We offer it in triaxle or tandem, 33 euro pallet capacity or 26 ISO capacity, pallet capacity. Rear closure options of barn doors or roller shutter. Certificates and packages, the products have gone through extensive testing within Schmitz Cargobull, and thankfully passed every test. That's why it's here today. Also, externally, we put it through an ENXL test, the 12642 test, and outstanding results with actually no damage to the trailer at all, which was very encouraging for us. We've got full UK type approval, and that includes the product, but also our manufacturing facility. So we have certification for continuity of production. So from a quality point of view, that's very important for us and also for our customers. Several equipment packages, but it's been designed around ferry operation, which I think is very important. We live on this island, and we're often traveling across water. So that's been very prevalent in the design. The benefits of the product. As I said, we developed a new panel, and we fondly call it Structoplast. It's made with a polypropylene core, a honeycomb core, which is very, very lightweight. The big design criteria that we laid down at the beginning was we wanted to have a very lightweight product. Obviously, cost, everybody's very conscious about cost. Carrying weight equals increased fuel. If we can save weight, we save fuel. Hence, we save cash for everyone's business. But perhaps more importantly, we save carbon dioxide, and that's really where we're driving this product. Low cost operation, but low emissions as far as carbon dioxide is concerned. The whole product has been built on the basis of the modular chassis, which is the Schmitz's well-proven galvanized bolted construction. And again, that is well proven, not just in the UK, but all over Europe. That obviously comes with a 10-year anti-corrosion warranty against rust breakthrough. It comes on the Rotos package, again, very well tested right across Europe, also in the UK, with a 1 million kilometer warranty or 6-year warranty. Again, as I said, the interior heights, we've looked at it very, very closely and made sure that this product fits everywhere within the sectors. So overall running height 4 meters, 4.2 up to 4.6, giving you a 3.2 internal height and 108 cubic meters capacity. Telematics is standard, as Alan alluded to earlier on. Very simple load securing inside. We've developed a bonded load lock system, which is very, very strong, very robust, and has gone through all of our testing and passed with flying colours. There are optional equipment available, as you would expect. We offer different roofs. We offer a translucent and an aluminium roof, and various types of tail lifts. As I said, different rear closures, shutters, and doors. And I suppose one of the important things, it's been engineered by Schmitz, with engineers from both the UK and from Germany working together. It's gone through the full test program laid down by Schmitz, a very, very strict regime, and passed with flying colours. And it's built in the UK for our UK customers and Irish customers. So, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Well, by now I'm sure you're keen to see the product up close, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now with Paul, who's going to take me on quick tour of the new S.KO PACE SMART trailer. So Paul, where would you like to start? We'll start at the front?
We'll start at the front.
Okay. If I just scoot around the corner here.
Okay.
Right, now you mentioned different heights, 4 meters, 4.2, 4.6.
Yes, that's correct.
Now looking up at the corner, we all know that the front corners of trailers do tend to suffer
Sure.
in operations, tree strikes and canopies that somebody said was so high but actually turned out to be a lot lower.
Yep.
So what have you done to make sure that the front corners can really go the distance on this new trailer?
Okay, so fit as a standard, we have a galvanized steel corner cap, which will protect against tree damage, especially on the taller trailers, 4.6, very susceptible tree damage. So that's one feature that we've built in as standard. Also, following our modular concept of design, the front corner pillar is actually a two-part construction. You can see one part is attached to the side wall, one to the front wall. And again, if one part is damaged, it can be replaced. But it's a very, very stiff section where this joint is very, very robust. So, will resist a lot of impact.
So if it does take damage, also a lot less time in the workshop to replace and get it back out on the road.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, now you mentioned tear weight. Just to run that past us again, 13.6 triaxle configuration. What are we talking about?
So 13.6 triaxle, around about 6.5 tons, with a tandem coming in at around about 5.8 tons.
Right.
So very light in comparison.
Indeed. Now, we've talked a lot recently, you and I, about health and safety, and increasingly more and more operators don't want to see drivers up on the catwalk doing coupling.
Sure.
I noticed that you've got a ground mount coupling here. Tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, so probably been in development, well, not development, in production for many years within Schmitz. And again, it's evolved and been developed with the needs of the operator. As you said, health and safety is very prevalent within any operation. So yeah, so the sliding Susie rail, as we call it, will operate ordinarily within the swing radius of the trailer, so it's not going to get caught on tractor units. But when you want to connect to the trailer with your tractor unit, it very easily pulls out to the side. The operator can stand safely outside of the width of the trailer, put in the electrical and air couplings, and then even if they forget to put it back, it actually pulls itself back under operation and stays then within the swing radius.
So no need for me to get up on the catwalk. No worries about
you can do it all from here.
Now, I couldn't help but noticing too, Paul, that there's a pretty robust coupling plate here. Is that something that came out of your investigation into the market needs?
Yeah, it has, but also over many years of Schmitz supplying trailers into the UK. So on the continent, you would probably find perhaps a more lightweight assembly at the front end. In the UK, because of our frequency of loading, etc., it needs to be a little bit more robust. We also have the lead-up ramps on tractor units, which can get a little bit caught unless we've got that fully covered with a steel plate to couple into. So yeah, this is what we call our heavy-duty plate, rather than a sort of a lighter weight continental version.
Well, it certainly looks robust for UK coupling activity.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
For sure. Right, so let's take a look at the chassis, the trademark modular chassis. All galvanized, all bolted. Two very quick questions for you.
Yep.
Why galvanized, not painted? Why bolted, not welded?
Okay, so galvanizing has such a much longer life than painting. It really does. As we said, it comes with a 10-year warranty against rust breakthrough. So that was really the first driver when the galvanized chassis was developed. The reason for bolting really goes hand in hand with that. If you have a fully welded construction, very difficult to galvanize. You need a very big bath to dip it into. You trap a lot of zinc, have a lot of excess weight and a lot of cost. So that's really where the sort of bolting concept came from. So we wanted a sort of a good surface finish to our trailer. We wanted to bolt it together for that reason, but also structurally, it is far better to have a bolted connection rather than a welded connection. Very difficult, certainly in corners with welding. You can get sort of high concentrated stress levels in there. That does tend to cause cracking over time. So bolting really sort of eliminates that.
So good structural integrity.
Absolutely.
I can't help noticing a good tie-down point there for the ferry operators.
Ferry operators, yeah.
Okay, now we talked about it being a truly integrated trailer. Let's just talk briefly about the panels. Trailers do get sideswiped, so how easy is it to either repair or repel that kind of glancing blow?
Okay, so it is quite forgiving. It will expand with impact, but come back. I mean, we saw this on the Excel test. The deflection was quite large, but it came straight back after the load was taken away. So very, very flexible.
So good elasticity in this.
Elasticity in the panel, absolutely.
And if you do need to replace it, how easy is it to replace it?
So if you had to replace a whole panel, reasonably easy. It unbolts all the way around. You can put a whole panel in. Localized repairs, no problem. So we would have a repair panel that we would take a rebated hole in the panel, put a new piece on with some filling and painting. It would be invisible.
Now, one of the things that you've told me about was that the protection against water ingress. So you start with a low tear weight, and it stays with a low tear weight throughout its working life.
It does indeed. The polypropylene core will not take on any moisture. So even if it's damaged, it won't take any moisture at all. Right.
Now, we did say it was an integrated trailer. How have you integrated the new body onto the modular chassis? Okay, so again, as I said, it's the standard modular chassis. We didn't want to change anything there. So we've developed a side rave, which actually is a little bit new. It's actually a piece with two upstands, and the panel slips inside. So you've got strength from both sides, effectively. So impact from the outside and impact from the inside, and then fully bolted to the side rave. So we're very confident, and our tests show that with impact from forklifts, it really will stand up to it. This will go the course. This will go the distance.
Absolutely.
Okay, back to the familiar Rotos running gear.
Yep.
Tandem here, triaxle behind us. And as Boris said, there was a certain degree of cynicism in the UK about disc brakes. But disc brakes have been pretty much embraced now, so standard on there. But if I am one of those operators that still quite likes drum brakes, can I still get drum brakes on it?
Yep, drum brakes are still available, but we're seeing more and more people now take the disc and really seeing the benefits from it. So as you can see, both of these trailers are actually on disc.
And with a triaxle, I can have a lifting option if I want one as well?
Yes, that's an option, yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the back end now.
Okay.
Now, we talked about damage to the front end and damage to the side. We're going to talk about damage to the back end of the trailer. So this looks pretty robust. Again, is this come out of that market study to see where they pick up damage and impact damage? Yeah, again, we've looked at lots of different operations and lots of different loading docks. This particular one here has a very sort of loading dock friendly shape to it. So with a trailer such as this one, it would take a lot of forklift loading with lots of deflection. Bouncing up and down.
Yeah, absolutely. So what this won't do is get caught on the loading dock buffers, which you often see that, and sometimes rubber buffers, they get caught and they get ripped off, and then they're pretty much useless.
So the profile of this allows it to ride up and down and not get caught. That looks a pretty robust fitting there.
Absolutely.
What's that about?
So again, with our bolted concept, we've got a bolted rear frame. And that allows us to have bolted sections with, again, I mentioned welding before, no welding joints in corners, which often causes cracks on rear frames. So it's a fully bolted construction. And again, this forms does both things. It protects the back end, but also acts as a very robust gusset in the corner.
Okay, let's take a look inside. And I'll allow you to do the honors.
I'll open the shutter.
So roller shutter is one option.
Roller shutter's an option.
Otherwise, barn doors with or without the locking bars being shown?
Yep, exactly that.
Okay, so we've got standard plywood floor, phenolic coating, but you've got a nice, robust checker plate aluminium as the forklift comes in and out. What sort of load ratings can I get on the floor? So
the load rating, all of our floors are phenolic coated plywood, and the load rating, the standard, would be 5.46 tons. We have a 7.1 ton offering. We also have an 8 ton offering for very heavy operators such as drinks loading. Because we have a matrix chassis design rather than a ladder construction, that allows us to put longitudinal cross members between the main transverse cross members. That allows us to give higher floor capacity. But use it, again, because of the modular concept, we just add something rather than changing something.
So pretty robust if you are putting a heavy forklift in. And
very
heavy
loads. Yeah.
Okay, load security. What are we talking about with load security?
So load security, different options. This one's an 1806, a standard. We can fit a universal. We can fit an E-type track. Again, all bonded on. And during our testing, we actually found that this fails at at twice the force of a riveted section. So yeah, very robust. Quite easy to change. Some heat on there. You can take it off, put a new piece on if you damaged it.
Okay, roofs. You mentioned translucent, but this is obviously a full aluminium for top security. So those are the two options that I've got for my roof?
Yep, so we've got aluminium on this one here. We offer a translucent option. If you take translucent, then perhaps you don't have to have interior lights, or you can have them if required. Yeah, it's people like translucent. It gives a lot of light inside the trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we just pop down now, I can't help but noticing there was one thing we haven't talked about, but last but not least, we've got the tuck-away tail lift. Again, an option.
Yep, an option. Again, fully bolted, fully integrated with our chassis, meets underrun regulations. Yeah, available in flat platform, folding platform, etc. So yeah, part of our portfolio.
Okay, Paul. Well, thank you very much for the walk around.
All right, thank you.
My thanks also to Boris and to Alan. We do have some questions while we've been out on the air. We don't have that much time, but we do have time for just one question, and I think it's a very interesting one, and it's from a customer. It says, are you back in the UK building trailers because of Brexit? So I think, Boris, that's a question I would point in your direction. It's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question, but I can say with confidence, no, Brexit is not the reason why we start building trailers in the UK again. I pointed out earlier that we see the UK market as what it is, one of the biggest markets in Europe, and our presence there is not satisfactory. We saw that our European product offering is very well received in the reefer market, but we did not have a solution for dry freight, for example, that met the expectations of the transporters, of the customers, and we understood that if we want to reach a better market share in the UK, we have to come here, we have to offer a product that is made for the market, but it also has to be produced here due to the height requirements. It is absolutely not economical to produce them in Europe and bring them over to the UK. That's why we have been working on this project for quite some time. In that sense, Brexit was rather a hold-up due to the insecurities in legislation and economic development than an enabler for us to be here.
Okay. Well, looking at the clock, I can see that sadly we've pretty much run out of time this morning. I hope you've enjoyed this brief webcast and our introduction to the new S.KO PACE SMART. All the information from today's launch will shortly be available to view on the events page of the Schmitz Cargobull website, including the videos, photographs, and all the important product information in case you'd like to review and look at it at your own leisure, and of course share it with colleagues who weren't able to join us today. You'll also find contact details in case you have any further questions, and any questions that you may have asked that we've not been able to answer today, don't worry. Someone from the Schmitz Cargobull team will be back in touch with you to answer your question directly over the coming days. But for now, I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning. It's goodbye from me and everyone here at Schmitz Cargobull in Manchester and the new S.KO PACE SMART trailer, the UK trailer made in the UK for UK and Irish operators by Europe's biggest manufacturer. And I'll leave you now with a summary of the features and benefits of the new Schmitz Cargobull S.KO PACE SMART. Goodbye.